The story of Elden Ring begins years before the events of the game unfold. For reasons that are still unclear to me at this point, Queen Marika became a vessel for the Elden Ring and took Godfrey as her husband to make him the first Elden King. Godfrey and Marika have 2 children together and rule over the lands between. However, Marika is not happy with this arrangement, so she decides to cheat on Godfrey with a strong magic user in a neighboring kingdom by the name of Ronnie. However, it isn't a regular affair. Apparently, Queen Marika exists as 2 people within one body. Her alter ego, or other self, goes by the name Radagon. Under the guise of Radagon, she has an affair with Ronnie, and they have children together. After a while, Godfrey finds out, and in his despair at Marika's betrayal, dies while on the battlefield. Because Queen Marika is the vessel to the Elden Ring, and she needs a champion to imbue with its power to be an Elden Lord and rule the lands, she decides to marry her alter Radagon in an attempt to keep things the way they are. Somehow this works, because even though they are the same person, they also aren't. Thanks to magic. For some odd reason, Marika has children with herself, but these children are born with curses. In the background of all of this, one of Marika's children with Ronnie named Ronnie discovers that she is a perfect vessel for the Elden Ring and potentially next in line to merge with it. Fearing this possibility, she devises a plan to give power to the stars for whatever reason. A major part of her plan is stealing the Death Rune away from Malekith so that the concept of death could return to the world. The rune was removed from the Elden Ring by Marika when she fused with it long ago because she did not want her children to die. After stealing the Death Rune, Ranni crafted it into a dagger and used assassins to murder her half-brother Godric the Golden. However, this plan backfired and also destroyed her body, leaving her as a spirit. The combination of losing her child and being unable to be with her lover Ronnie caused Queen Marika to shatter the Elden Ring in what I can only imagine to be an attempt to free herself from it. However, this plan fails, but causes the land between to become wrapped up in war by her children, who each took shattered pieces of the Elden Ring for themselves in an attempt to become an Elden Lord. And that's where the game starts, and where the player character comes in. You play as a Tarnished, defined as a being that used to live in the lands between but was banished for one reason or another. You go around taking out the children of Marika and steal their pieces of the Elden Ring so that you might reconstruct it and usher in a new age. This brings us to the endings, which there are 3 main ones. The first has different versions and variations depending on the side quest that you do, but essentially boil down to you taking the power of the Elden Ring and becoming an Elden Lord, and you usher in an age of Tarnished or Ash or whatever. The second ending you get from choosing to burn down the Erdtree, and is titled the Frenzy Flame ending. In it, you become marked by the Fingers, which are probably the remains of a past Elden Lord from a different age, and usher in an age of flames, in which everything is on fire. The last and most interesting of the 3 is the Age of Stars ending, aka Ranni's ending. If you followed her questline properly, you're able to summon her after you defeat the final boss, and instead of imbuing yourself with the powers of an Elden Lord, you allow Ranni to give the powers to the stars and moon, and usher in an age of darkness and fear, and take her as your mating. My best interpretation for this ending, based on the prior story, is that Ranni didn't want to be imbued with that power, and thought that no one living creature should live with it either, so she gave control over to celestial bodies, such as the stars and the moon, which have no bias towards the petty squabbles of living creatures. The darkness may be referring to her and others finally being able to die, instead of living forever as spirits. This video is not the end-all be-all for Elden Ring lore. There is so much I didn't even touch on. I just wanted to present the main story as simply as possible so that people have an idea of what's going on.